Hello, beauty. Welcome to this reading. Today we are tuning in, tapping in, going deep, and seeing what are you notorious for? What does everybody know you for? That's what we're going to be looking at today. Go ahead and pick whatever image you are drawn to. The timestamps are in the description box, and I will meet you
Hello,
there.
beauty.
Welcome to your reading. Today we are tuning in, tapping in, and seeing what you are absolutely notorious for. First things first, I want you to know that you are one bad bitch, and that's the overall consensus about you, is that you are an absolute baddie. Right off the bat, off rip, as soon as you walk into the room, everybody can see it. Okay, but for the people that are much more closer to you, the things that you are notorious for is having a really good sense of style, being a little bit edgy, being a little bit bratty. You definitely do bring the drama, but you bring a good level of drama. You are a tad dramatic, but it's that kind of drama that is entertaining. It's alivening. And when you're not around, shit is boring. You are certainly the life of the party, and this is what you're notorious for. And you're notorious for being really fun and really good energy. Even though you can be a little bit of a brat, it comes across in a very genuinely want to say in a demure way. It's like your brattiness is not bitchy. It's just like I get to have it my way, and it's like you're that bitch where you genuinely do. Point blank period. You are definitely notorious as well for having the best freaking style, and you do definitely have this darker or edgier, sexier aesthetic and look. And this is something that you're very notorious for. People can expect to see you in some sort of dark clothes, but it's very nice and it fits you and complements you really well. And you're also super good at doing your makeup. So you are notorious for just being this overall baddie. Not only do you have the look, but you have the confidence, you have the attitude to back it up, and you really are super duper fun to be around. You're that friend that's like, let's go take shots, let's have a good time, let's dance. And there's just this free spirited openness to life about you that is absolutely intoxicating as well as contagious. So when you aren't around, it's like nobody is promoting that openness. So let's say we're in a social setting and it's a group of four of you guys. You guys go out, you guys get a table. You'll be like, let's take shots, let's dance, let's order a hookah. If the place has food, you'll order like an appetizer, some food for everybody to munch on, and you have stories to tell, you're dancing, you're the one that's having fun. Let's say those three people go out without you one night. It's like dead crickets. What do we do? It's boring. Like they don't even know what to do with themselves. They're wondering why the fuck they even came out. It's that kind of energy. So when you are not around, it's definitely kind of sad. It's kind of like the sun. When the sun isn't out and the clouds are around and it's dark and gloomy, it's like, a little depressing. You are definitely like the sun. And you are notorious for getting a lot of attention, but the attention that you get is well earned, it's well received, and you're actually really good at receiving attention. There is no awkwardness. You just take it all in. You own it. You're very show-stopping and captivating. So, of course, you are going to get attention, and your confidence is absolutely beautiful. So, you're known for just being this amazing, fun, loving, free spirited, open, sexy, dark, divine femme person, really and truly. That's what you're known for. And people are also really excited when you come around to see what you're gonna wear or see the new looks or style. You also have really piercing eyes. Your ability to connect with somebody is definitely there, and people feel connected to you on more of a soul level than just mundane aspects. You penetrate deeply into other people's consciousness. So you're notorious for being very alluring and establishing deeper connections with others. A lot of people would say that you're their best friend, but it's multiple people saying that you're their bestie. And it's because this is how you make people feel. You also make people feel really seen. So you're notorious for being somebody that people feel very open with. They can liberate themselves with because you are so open. They also feel like they could ask you about anything because you definitely do have this more mature or experienced energy, and it's also based on the stories that you tell. You are notorious for living life a little bit on the edge, on the wild side, and having some real crazy real crazy out of the ordinary stories. But there's a lot of people, like, when you tell these stories, they're like, I would never, but this is so fun, this is so exciting, and they're low-key living vicariously through you. They don't want to be you, but they love to hear what you have to say, and the stories be lit. Okay, your life is lit, your life is a movie. These are the things that you're notorious for, babe. You're super fun, you're super fresh, you definitely have it on and popping, and you are notorious for being the it girl, the standout, the life of the party, the one that everybody wants to be friends with. And people also want to know where the fuck you got your clothes from, or how did you do your hair, how did you do your makeup, that type of vibe, because you always look really, 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 really good. So let's see what else you are notorious for. We have siren energy coming through. There is that alluring, seductive vibe about you as well. There is a bit of danger. So you are notorious perhaps for being a siren, a man-eater, loving them and leaving them, okay? You definitely give this vibe of I can't be tamed. Male energies know you to be somebody who is a heartbreaker, who can't be trusted. Some of them, if they're mad, they might even call you a hoe. It doesn't matter if it's true or not, but men definitely have things to say about you. Universally as well, because if you are attracting both men and female, everybody that's attracted to you is viewing you as a siren, is viewing you as, wow, you're really fine, you're really sexy, but you might fuck my life up. You are definitely notorious for loving them, leaving them, or being very detached. You're that butterfly that cannot be captured. You are notorious for being super sexy and having this sexual essence and energy. Could possibly be a Gemini, a Libra, a Scorpio, Cancer, or any fire sign. You're notorious for causing some sort of destruction, but being nowhere to be found. Like, you flee the scene. You are not sticking around. Like, you'll cause the drama, or you might light the fire, but once shit actually catches a fire, babe, you're out of there. Listen. That's crazy. This is why this siren and love them and leave them vibe is coming through, because you are notorious for making people fall for you, for captivating and capturing, collecting hearts, and then being nowhere to be found, and then being detached, distant, ghost. You are also notorious for turning your back a little bit, going ghost, or taking like really long to respond. You make people miss and long for your energy. You are notorious for being a little absent or retreating, going back into your shell. However, when you do pop out, it's a special occasion. It's shocking. It's exciting. When you do respond to text messages or DMs, it's a burst of energy, because it's like, oh my God, yay, they're actually responding to me now. Oh my God, I actually got a hold of them. It's like this exciting thing, but you're definitely notorious for being super lovable and making people fall in love with you, and then you're MIA. You're notorious for your beauty as well. You're also notorious for making people wait. A lot of the opposite sex, or a lot of your romantic relationships are coming through. You have quite the reputation, I might say, whether you're aware of it or not. People definitely do talk about you, and your name definitely rings bells in these streets due to the romantic encounters you have had. The boys are talking. It's coming through as masculine energy because we have the King of Cups and we have the Emperor. It's being highlighted that masculine energies really do talk and think about you very frequently, because You are a soul snatcher. This is what you're notorious for. A lot of masculine energies have experienced you in this way of you being super attractive, super beautiful, super present, and then where did she go? There is also this element of you still leading people on, because it's not that you completely disappeared, you just retreated a little bit. You might take a little long to respond. They could view you as a tad bit manipulative, but I'm gonna be so completely honest with you, you're getting away with it, and these people are eating it up. Okay, they're waiting for you, they're longing for the response, they're wanting it because they have this emotional connection slash attachment to you that you yourself created when you were all in, when you were showing up and giving them the sexy, fun, flirty vibes. So you are notorious for switching up. This is what the boys, this is what the streets are talking about when it comes to you. You're a bit unpredictable, and this is what you are notorious for. But again, nobody hates you for it. Nobody's mad at you. If anything, they're more sad than mad. They're like, damn, I really liked her. Like, why does she have to do me like that? It's like that song No Guidance with Chris Brown and Drake, where Drake says, I seen how you did, homeboy, so please take it easy. It's like nobody's mad at you. They're just like, wait, hold on, don't do me like that. But you look so fucking good, and you also have these really good, lovable vibes that you're very hard to resist. And also that eye contact is next level. So you are certainly also notorious, especially amongst masculine energies, for being very alluring, and then we don't know what happened to you. We haven't heard from her. You are also notorious for having a calming or soothing presence, or overall making people feel very safe. When people are in your presence, they do feel like they could be themselves. They do feel like they could let their guard down. They do feel like they can open up and enjoy and really tell you anything. So you are notorious as well for being this safe space, and also a lot of people do have a sweet soft spot for you. You're also notorious for having a bit of your head in the clouds and also being mysterious. You get to know a lot about other people, they open up to you, but you do not do the same in return. And it's not because you are hiding anything, it's more of just because these people talk and talk and talk. Like I said, you definitely do create that energy, but you are also notorious for being a little bit mysterious or secluded. There's not too much personal information out there about you. So that definitely does leave a lot of room for assumption and rumors and gossip, for sure, 100%. Especially, let's say if you go out and you're the life of the party and then you just disappear. People are like, whoa, who was that? What happened to them? Like, where have they been? Oh my God, they were so fun. And then because nobody really knows, then it just leaves imaginations running wild. So let's see what else you are super notorious for. You're notorious for your romantic encounters, and you are notorious as well for having this really big, powerful energy. In essence, when you do step out, people kind of feel inferior to you, especially people that are like similar to you. So if you're a woman tuning in, other women, when you're around, they feel small because you know how to take up space. And even though you are this really big, powerful person, you are notorious for being sweet and gentle and kind and having manners and showing others compassion as well. And this is what also makes a lot of people want to open up to you and express to you and tell you things. You're also notorious for having all the tea, being a very good storyteller, but also being really smart, because if people ask you questions, it seems as though you always have the right answer to say, and it always hits and it always resonates. There is a lot of depth to you, and people don't necessarily understand all the layers. However, you are notorious for being this very intricate, sharp, wise person, as well as super sexy and super loving, but in your own way, because again, you do have that edge. And there's a lot of uniqueness about you. There's a lot of things that make you different, but the fact that you own them so confidently and you're just like, this is me, and you don't even have to say anything, but this is the energy. This is what you are notorious for. You are notorious for being different. You are notorious for standing out, but it's in this very subtle way. You're not braggadocious. You just show up and you're you. It's beautiful. And you're notorious for overall being a very stunning person, a very lovable person. So let's go ahead and get some charms for you. You are notorious for getting the boys sexually excited. These charms are either going to serve you as additional messages or as additional confirmation. Please take it how it resonates and applies to you. You are getting people hard. We have the two bunnies coming through. This is giving me sexual energy. So you are notorious and known for your sexual energy, your romantic situations, your sneaky links, that type of shit. People are very invested in that when it comes to you, maybe because it's public, I don't know. We also have a BP coming through. Those could be your initials or somebody that you have dealt with. Back to the sexuality, you are notorious for being able to arouse many people and being really sexy, and people just know that you're a sexy ass bitch and they're like, yeah, she's sexy, he's sexy. As soon as your name is brought up, that's like one of the first things somebody is gonna say is like, damn, that person is fine, that person is super sexy. And you definitely get people excited with your presence, with the things that you say, how you show up. And also, if you have had sex with people, 18 plus thing that you're notorious for, join the 18 plus sexy palace, because those readings are right up your alley, baby. So check that out. The link is in the description box. That's my Patreon. One 18 plus thing that you are notorious for is giving people very strong orgasms and really powerful sexual experiences. After somebody has sex with you, their life is changed. They do not feel the same. You give powerful orgasms. You're unblocking people's chakra. Your energy overall and your presence overall is quite healing. You definitely help people to heal their own wounds, but sexually, you are healing as well. So this is another thing that you are notorious for. You're also notorious for how you have grown, how you've transformed, how you've learned from certain mistakes or learned from certain losses that you had. People can just tell, especially people that have seen you over a longer period of time, they could tell that you have definitely elevated, specifically in the way that you think. You're not the same immature person that you once were. And that's very clear and very apparent that you've become a lot wiser and a lot smarter as well. With BP, also I'm hearing the Nicki Minaj lyrics from Stupid Ho. Who's gassing this hoe? BP. Some people might be like, how did you get the way that you are? Or where did you even come from? Like, you just came out of the blue and you think that you're that it girl, that it guy. Again, these might be the low-key inferior feeling feminines that are around when you're around, that see that you are this big presence. And again, you don't have to try to take up space. This is something that you naturally do, but there's definitely like haters around. There's a lot of talk around your name, but when you're not present, there are women who kind of like try to put you down or talk bad about you. However, people that like really know you and have experienced you, they're like, oh, this bitch is hating or this bitch is insecure. People could see right through the haters when it comes to others trying to put down your name, because the people that know you and know your true character know that you're actually really fucking cool. You're also notorious though for getting your own way, having it your way, and you're notorious as well for being super cute and feminine. Sign of Capricorn and Sagittarius is coming through. You handle your business, you're achieving your goals, you're going for it, you're not taking no for an answer. But when it's time to have fun and it's time to turn up, you're the life of the party and you know how to have a good time. There's this beautiful duality about you in that way. These are the things that you are notorious for, babe. You are highly loved out here. Continue doing you. And thank you for tuning in. If you would like a personal reading or would like more, join my Patreon. Both the links are in the description box. Like this video and leave me red hearts down below if you watched all the way through. Subscribe for more, and I will talk to you later, my sexy baby. Peace. Hi, baby. Welcome to your reading. I hope and intend all is well with you and those you love. Let's get it. Let's go. Thank you for joining me today and allowing me to read for you. Today we are talking about what you are notorious for, and there is a lot to say about you. First things first, you are notorious for being an absolute goddess. You are notorious for being divine. You have activated your divinity, your divine energies, and it is apparent to all that lay eyes on you. You are coming across as very otherworldly because you have really stepped into this 5D energy. You are living in the 5D at this point. This is confirmation for you. But what you are notorious for is being absolutely magical, being radiant, and having these very serendipitous life events. People look at you and look at your life like it's not even real. It's so outside of the norm, but not in a rebellion type of way. It's more in a way of I aspire to live like that. How people are viewing this is I didn't even know that that was an option. I didn't even know that that was possible. You're definitely notorious for helping others to have eye-opening experiences. You give insights. You are notorious for giving people different perspectives, higher perspectives, and you're also notorious for being this magical, spiritual, divine being. Universally, you are viewed in this way at this time just because you really do carry and walk in this energy. It's very possible that you could be a priestess, a spiritualist, a tarot reader, or a psychic, a mentor, a coach, all of that, all of it, a Reiki healer. It's very possible that you are in that category. Maybe even you have created your own category. However, it does fall in line with spirituality and new age concepts. Sometimes when we hear people talking about new age concepts or spirituality or anything along those lines, manifestation even at points, it could sound very woo-woo. It could sound very, okay, yeah, whatever. But for some reason, when you get to talking about that shit, it's like, oh, this is real. People are glued, they're locked in, and it's really because of your embodiment and you also having the actual physical, tangible results to back up and prove what you are speaking. So what you are notorious for is being a spiritual teacher, a leader, a mentor, a spiritual leader of sorts. However, it is definitely in your own way because you still have this really divine feminine beauty and sexiness and appeal to you, and you show people that you can be both. You can have it all. This is what you're showing people. There's a lot of limiting beliefs coming up, and your whole purpose and your point is to clear or help people clear these beliefs. And this is what you're notorious for, because for example, some people believe that you can't be spiritual and rich at the same time. That's a really big one. You can't love God and be rich at the same time. And when people see you, they're like, oh, actually that person over there is spiritual and they have a lot of money and they're secure, so what's the issue? Or you can't be holy and show a lot of skin, because if you're showing a lot of skin, then you're promiscuous, you're a whore, you're attention seeking. There's these really crazy limiting beliefs that a lot of people have that are just in the collective. And then there's you. And what you are notorious for is showing people the truth and giving people these new eye-opening insights and experiences where they realize, oh, well, actually though, you can have both. You can do this and do that. You can have it all. You can be this way and that way at the same time. And not in like this weird, unbalanced or crazy way, but in a very balanced, holistic, wholesome way. You are definitely notorious for leading the way to this higher life. You're also notorious for retreating. You're notorious for being a very good manifester. You are notorious for being a channel for the divine. You're also notorious for being quite mystical and in tune with nature as well. You have a very strong connection with nature. You also have a strong connection with the stars. You're notorious for this. People know this about you on a big scale. A lot of people know this about you. Let's go ahead and get this tarot and see what else you are notorious for, my love. You're notorious for helping people to grow. A lot of people, not just one person or 5 people. It's a lot of people. Literally everybody that you come in contact with, you are helping them to grow by helping them to overcome some sort of limiting belief, or with what you are teaching, or how you are leading by example, or all of the above for certain individuals. You're definitely a mystic, and you are notorious for being so. You're notorious for helping people to ascend. A lot of different people have a lot of different stories about how you have helped them to rise, or how you have helped them to change in a positive way and manner. So your work here on the planet is what you are notorious for. And I'm not talking about only physical and monetary financial work. I'm talking about your life purpose, the whole reason why you even incarnated. What is the viewer of this tarot notorious for, Holy Spirit? You are a sacred activator, and you are notorious for helping people to free themselves from their limitation. There's also an element of you helping people heal their shame around sexuality or their bodies. Holy Spirit. Yeah. We have the High Priestess. Look at that. Very mystical, very in tune, very in touch with the divine. You're notorious for knowing. Another thing that you're notorious for is how you always tend to say or give like the right or proper message, and also it looks as though you're always receiving what you want. So you're notorious for being a super good manifester and having all your wishes always come true relatively quickly. You could tell somebody, hey, I want that thing. Within the next few days they see you with that thing that you said you wanted, and they're like, how the fuck did you do that so quick? It wasn't a small wish, it was like a big wish. She's like, I want that house over there. And then all of a sudden you're coming in with happy news. Hey, I'm moving, guys. People are like, wait, what? Like, how did you just do that so freaking quickly? And this is also what makes people want to learn from you, because they're like, wait a minute, you clearly know something that I don't, so what's the tea? You're also notorious for being super trustworthy. People just know that whatever you're talking about is the fucking truth. It resonates with them at a heart level. You're known for being a very powerful person. Your personal power is activated, as well as your manifestation power, your magical power, your spiritual power is activated. You're also notorious for having psychic abilities and having a really strong third eye and intuition, and people feel like they could come to you and get readings. They feel like if they have a question, they are gonna ask you, because they know that you're about to tell them the real insight and truth. Okay, you just like me, baby. You just like me. You are also notorious for being very beautiful and having a very beautiful body and face and all of the things. However, this is not something that's at the forefront. Your spirituality and your spiritual psychic powers are what is at the forefront here. That is really what people are like, oh my God. But if somehow the conversation gets to manifestation, your name, best believe, is coming up. Or if somehow the conversation gets to readings and like the woo-woo stuff, your name name is coming up. You are notorious for being this higher vibrational person. You're also notorious for how you do share your gifts or how you do put yourself out there. And the thing is that you also do live this very private life. So you are known to be a little bit more private, and this adds to your mysticism. However, whatever it is that you are sharing, that you are giving, that you are explaining or sharing with the world, this is what you're notorious for. You're also notorious for helping others to activate their own personal power, and you're a really big mentor here. That's how a lot of people are viewing you. You are notorious for being a lot of people's mentor and being super duper in tune and in alignment with the divine overall, and just being this very mystical, magical person. So this is absolutely beautiful. You're also notorious for whatever it is that you create and the passion and the love that you share. It's next level. It is super duper activating. It makes people feel alive. Being in your presence alone definitely is very uplifting. It gives people a high, and you're notorious for being this really powerful figure. It's like you're not even a human anymore. You're not even a person anymore. You're a figure. If you ever are going through anything, people will never even suspect. You're just notorious for always have it all together, having everything that you want. And you're also notorious for moving on and moving forward super duper fast and having your emotions in check. You're notorious for being that kind of love and light being, of course. And you are also super loyal or consistent. People can see this about you. You are notorious for that. But back to what I was saying about how you move forward very quickly. It's like if you're in a certain situation, by tomorrow you're already on to the next thing, and you just accomplish things. You get things done really quick. You move fast throughout life, but in this very calm and grounded way. Your whole life experience is just super magical, and this is what you are notorious for, as well as having a lot of wisdom and always giving people exactly what they need. You're very in tune with other people's emotional needs. You're very in tune with your own spiritual needs as well. And it seems as though you always have this abundance to give, this ample supply. And you're notorious for how quickly, again, you are able to manifest, because it's really fast. It's lightning speed when it comes to you. It's God speed when it comes to you. People notice this and they're like, how the fuck are you manifesting so quickly? It's because you have energetically lightened your load. You've forgiven, you've let go, you've released, and you're light, so you can move faster. You are notorious for the messages you share and the way that you love. Your love is literally next level. It's universal love. It's unconditional love. It could literally bring somebody back to life, and you are notorious for doing so in at least one person's eyes, but it could be a few individuals, okay? You are notorious amongst your lovers for that powerful love that you have given. Also, let's say that you have an ex person and that person has an array of exes. You are the ex that stands out. You are the one that got away. And you're like this for all your exes. All of your exes feel this way about you. Let's get some more. After the relationship has ended, people have nothing bad to say about you. You were never the problem. You were genuinely never the problem. And during the relationship, they might have felt like you were the problem, but after you're gone and after you've moved forward and those people have to sit with themselves, they're like, oh, it was me. And they are burdened by this fact. So we have a manta ray mermaid, and we also have flying fish. One thing that you're also notorious for is how you could literally go into any situation, whether you've been in it before or not, and then completely just own it and make it your bitch. You're also notorious for being this kind of alien. We talked about already that you're notorious for being very otherworldly, but let's say you're going to the store or you are going out Everybody looks at you because you have this very different energy. Like I said, you're not even human. This is how you're currently being perceived. Like you are an alien or not of this world or something along those lines. There's definitely naysayers about you. It's not all love and light when it comes to you, because not everybody has the capacity to understand who you are, what you are, and you are quite mysterious as well. Even when there is rumors or naysayers, you're not jumping to defend yourself nor correct any rumors. You could care less. You're simply just doing what you're here to do. But you are notorious for being misunderstood as well from people who essentially are committed to misunderstanding you or just simply don't get you because you are otherworldly. Some people just don't have the capacity to understand that. So there is a lot of love that you receive, and there's a lot of good that you are notorious for. The same love and the same good that you are notorious for is the same thing that people also doubt you for or misunderstand you for. You're notorious for holding your composure though amongst the rumors and continuing to still do you. Like, you're not gonna let any rumors or negativity stop what you're here to do. You have definitely activated the higher realms and embodied them amazingly. This is hard to perceive for some. It's definitely with you that vibe of if you know, you know, as well as the people that are for you are going to be there for you. They're going to ride for you. They're going to show up for you. And whoever is not for you, they don't fucking matter. They really don't. You're notorious as well for being freaking unbothered and having a very big and different grand life purpose. This is what you're here to do. This is the life you're here to live. And at the same time, you're still getting everything that you want. So babe, you're absolutely magical. Keep doing you, keep being you, keep sharing your messages, keep giving whatever it is that you're giving to this world or to your people, because it is so loved. And a lot of people are giving you credit for their come up and you being a very positive influence and example in their life. So keep going. You're doing amazing. You're doing exactly what you need to do. Never let any rumors or bad or negative comments get to you. That stuff just doesn't matter. It really doesn't. And continue on your path. Continue moving quickly. Continue moving forward, because you are notorious for helping and leading, activating many souls online and in real life. People that have gotten the privilege to actually meet you and talk to you in real life, whether this is clients, whether this is your family members or friends, or even just acquaintances, people in the grocery store, you definitely do impact the whole entire world around you in reality and on the internet. You even impact the freaking trees and the woods and the beaches and the environment, because the earth is a live living organism. Oh my god, orgasm, goddamn. So all the energies, your energy and the earth's energy, is all interacting. It's all giving a frequency. So when you pull up to the beach and you have your feet in the shore and you're going into the water is divine intelligence. It knows you and it's like, yay, you're here. Same thing with the trees, same thing with the animals. You are loved, not just by humans, but literally by the organism that is Earth. The water loves you, the trees love you, the wind loves you, the animals love you, the stars love you, the sun loves you, the moon loves you. You're receiving love from all of these places, from all of the world, from all of life. You are notorious for having this open heart. And you're not only notorious amongst human beings, but you're notorious amongst the cosmos. You're notorious amongst it all for just the epic fucking soul that you are, my love. So let's go ahead and get some charms for you, baby. These charms are either going to serve you as additional messages or as additional confirmation. Please take it how it resonates and applies to you. We have the letter N and we have the letter Z. These could be your initials or somebody that you have dealt with. Also have the bunny coming through. So again, you are notorious for moving quickly, moving things along very fast, as well as being very fertile or very creative. You might create a lot of things very quickly, manifest very quickly. You're just notorious for your speed. You're not only notorious for your speed by humans, but also the universe recognizes that you move quick and the universe moves quick with you. In fact, the universe loves speed. The universe loves to move because, as you know, things are in constant motion. This is a law of physics. So the fact that you are also in constant motion and you're always moving is something that the universe really likes about you, because it feels like, yes, we're gonna move here because they're always moving and things are moving, and yay. It's a lot of excitement. You are notorious for being very excited, for having really fun, fast energy, and very beautiful energy as well. We have the sign of Scorpio and the sign of Libra coming through. These could be your signs or somebody again that you have dealt with. There is this darker vibe. You could also be a night owl, or you work and create a lot in the nighttime. That is because you're super in tune with the moon and the stars. So the stars and the moon and the cosmos overall really do interact with you. You are a being of the night, and if you always feel like, I'm not a morning person, I hate waking up early, this is the reason. You're not meant to be a morning person. You should be operating more as a nocturnal being if you haven't already begun that. You're also notorious for being able to overcome challenges and obstacles very easy, and your perseverance, as well as your grace. Even if you are in a harder or a tougher situation, you make it look easy, you make it look effortless, and you know how to see things through to their ultimate fulfillment and then coast. So, babe, this is what you're notorious for. You're absolutely shining out here. Keep being you. Keep doing what you're doing. You're on the right path. You have a very strong awareness of what you're here to do, and you're definitely doing it, and you're doing the right thing. So continue forward. That intuition is popping, and you are it, period. Thank you for joining me and allowing me to read for you. This is absolutely beautiful energy. It's my privilege, honestly, that you've tuned into this video today. So I love you. Thank you. Join my Patreon for more sexy 18+ readings if that's something that you're interested in, or if you have any questions and would like a personal reading, a reading more tailored to you and only you. That link is also in my description box. Like this video, leave me red hearts down below if you watched all the way through, and I will talk to you later. Peace. Hi, baby. Welcome to your reading. I hope and intend all is well with you and those you love. Let's get it. Let's go. We're getting into it today. You are notorious for absolutely being this bombshell angel. You are super duper gorgeous. You're also a sweetheart. You are notorious for your innocence and purity, but you're also super duper sexy. When I originally looked at your image and was like, what are you notorious for? First thing that came to mind was that ass. There is this really beautiful angelic quality about you, but you also do have a very sexy, voluptuous figure, and that is one thing that you are notorious for. One thing that is noticed about you is that you got a big juicy booty. Okay, girl. Yeah, that ass. Also, if you do post any sexual, oh my god, maybe you have an OnlyFans, because I was gonna say sexy, but sexual like literally just flew out of my mouth. But if you do post any sexy pictures or you do sexy photo shoots, you're notorious for that. You are notorious for the images that you post. There's something about your images in particular where they are sexy, but they're very tasteful. You're not giving too much, but you're giving the exact amount that is necessary. And if you have never done a sexy photo shoot or just a photo shoot in general, but you've been thinking about it, this is actually confirmation that you should go ahead and do the photo shoot, because when you see these pictures and images of yourself, you're gonna be like, who is that? This is definitely gonna help with your identity and your self-concept and gaining more confidence as well. If you already do sexy photo shoots or share a lot of your body, you're notorious for that and just being very sexy, but also classy with it. You're not giving ratchet at all. In fact, you're giving very tasteful. You're giving very modest. And sometimes modest and sexy don't really go together, but with you, it does. Another thing that you are notorious for is being a bombshell. You're also notorious in the bedroom, but that's a whole nother story. That's 18 plus vibes. If you're interested in 18 plus readings, they now live on my Patreon. That link is in the description box. Let's get some more. You're notorious for that body as well. Body is important here with the individual that is tuning in here today. You have a very pretty body and a pretty face as well. You have a classic beauty look going on, kind of vintage as well. Anna Nicole Smith, Marilyn Monroe vibes are coming through here with this pile. You were definitely made for the screen. You are notorious for the things that you post, whatever you're sharing, as well as your beauty, your talents, your gifts, and everybody's talents and gifts are different. We're gonna get some more, but let's see. What is the viewer of this pile notorious for? Your sex appeal, your magnetism. Oh, and how you animate as well while you're speaking. When you speak, you're very animated, you're very present, you're vocal, or you can change the octaves in your voice, your tone, you play around with these things. People notice this about you. You speak differently than others. You don't just say it. It's like you sing it in a way. People can definitely feel your energy through your voice with your tone. You are notorious for being a very good lover in bed. Period. Okay, the 18 plus vibes is coming through with this pile. So you could definitely be a sex worker, or like I said, you just be showing it off, but in a good, classy, tasteful way. You're actually pretty popular. A lot of people know that name of yours. And you are notorious for being the best to do it. Whatever it is that you're doing, doesn't even have to just be the sexy stuff, but whatever you're doing, you're the best at it. And you got people hooked, captivated. They gotta stop and stare. It's that beauty. The beauty with this pile is literally mesmerizing. It's hypnotic. It is captivating. It is seductive in and of itself. You don't have to do anything. It's like your beauty is the spell. Clarify the Six of Wands. What is the viewer notorious for? You're also notorious for the different positions that you put your body in. People cannot get you out of their head. You are notorious for being just universally wanted overall. People want to marry you. They see you and they feel like they found the love of their life. They feel like you are the answer to their prayers. You are a wish or this dream come true. This is how you are currently being viewed, and it's not by one person. It's by a multitude of people. This is what you are notorious for. You are notorious for being some sort of fantasy girl, fantasy guy, dream girl, dream guy energy, like a fantasy brought to life. You are notorious for being like, are you even real? Especially if people only get the opportunity to see you on stage or see you in public or on screen or in magazines. This amps up the fantasy element even more, and you instantly make people fall in love with you. In a lot of people's minds, you are their hall pass, you are their girlfriend, you are their ideal partner, you are all of the things, because you just embody everything that is desirable in one, and that's what you are notorious for. You are notorious for being highly, highly desirable and gorgeous. You are tempting, but not in a negative way. It's not like in a way of you playing with somebody. It's in a way of like, come play with me. There's really not much to say about you because, babe, you're so seen and yet you're still so mysterious. You're also very hard to figure out, but you definitely do stand out. You are notorious for harnessing your powers and your gifts in a certain way where it is beneficial to you, and people just want to spend their money on you. Even if they don't have it, they don't give a fuck. They're like, I will spend my last on this person. They're willing to give it all. They're willing to go broke for you. It's like, whatever your actual gift is, it has people hooked. You're notorious for receiving a lot of attention. This is also that energy of you're famous for being famous. It's giving the Kim K vibe. When people used to ask the Kardashian family, what are you guys famous for? And they're like, kind of like silent, but like they had like a really successful show, so duh, that's why we're famous. Duh, everybody's watching our show. At the time it was so different, but anyway, it's like what you're notorious for is you being yourself and you just getting a lot of attention. This is also the Paris Hilton vibe. You're also an innovator. You're the first to do something, or there's nobody doing it like how you do it, and this is what makes you stand out. And however you're doing it, that's different from how the others are doing it, is also what you are notorious for. And it's so original that it really can't even be copied. People can't really fucking wrap their head around you for real, but they just know that they fucking love it. They want it. They're eating it up, and they're here. They're with you. The love and the support that you have is for the long term. Once they get hooked, they're hooked. You're like the best drug, and it really is because of this fantasy energy that surrounds you. These are the things that you're notorious for, babe. You're notorious for being this fantasy figure. You're notorious for being famous or getting a lot of attention just for being you. You're notorious because you do the things that you do. It could be a certain gift that everybody has, but it's like the way that you express it is just different. It's just unique. You're notorious for having people empty their fucking pockets. There is this energy of also despair with the Five of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. This is a kind of despair, lackful energy, but I'm not getting that this is your energy. I'm getting that this is other people's energy, maybe towards you, maybe because they really can't have you. In truth and in reality, it doesn't matter how much they give, it doesn't matter how much they spend, they can't have you the way they want because they like want to get married and run off into the sunset and shit and like have holy matrimony and bullshit. Obviously they can't have that, but it is still a desire. People still have that wishful thinking, and you're just notorious for causing this kind of delusion. Everybody feels like you're their best friend or you're their partner. Like you're something close to people in their mind. So you definitely have captured the hearts out here. I'm hearing America's sweetheart. That's again Diana Nicole vibe. There's a lot of celebrities and sex symbols coming through because Marilyn is a sex symbol, Anna is a sex symbol, Kim is a sex symbol, right? Paris was a sex symbol at one point. You also are notorious for being a sex symbol as well. Whether you realize this or not, this is how you're being viewed and perceived by others. And there's a lot of fantasy surrounding you and a lot of despair too, because it's like, damn, I love this person so much. I want this person so bad. In my mind or in my head, they're my lover or they're my best friend or I'm part of the family. That's how Keeping Up with the Kardashians made us feel at one point. However, the truth of the matter is, no, we're fucking not. That's where that despair energy is coming from, but you got people ready to like risk it all. And whatever work it is that you do, whatever you create, whatever it is that you're putting out, this is what you are notorious for. And you're notorious for being very successful and very good at it, regardless of what it is. It doesn't even have to be the sex stuff, but sex is a part of it. That's what's coming through. Let's go ahead and get some more cards for you, my sexy viewer. Thank you for tuning in today. I love it. I love the sexy vibes. Come through. My Patreon is called The Sexy Palace. I highly suggest you check it out because there's shit in there for you. Okay, so keep on being sexy out here. We have Big Blue Whale coming through. You might also want to watch pile 1 if you haven't already. You're also notorious for having this very big power, this super big influence. With the 3 of Wands, that's another thing. You have a lot of influence over others. People do what you say. If you tell somebody right now, buy a t-shirt or buy my OnlyFans or buy my Patreon, whatever you're saying, people are going with it. They're not even thinking twice about it. It's just something about you that is really hypnotizing. It's as if you're using your power and your influence for good. You're not telling anybody to go broke. That's their own doing. However, they did it because of your power. Are notorious for having as well this gentleness. Even though you have power, you're still gentle, you're still kind, you're still charismatic, you're still super duper charming. Nothing has gone to your head. Even though you have power, even though you're successful, even though you are a very high figure, you are still very cool, calm, gentle, vibing. This is another thing that you're notorious for. If people have ever had the pleasure of speaking with you, they have nothing but good things to say. Let's go ahead and get some charms for you, my dear. Definitely have a mystery to you. It's also your femininity and it's your subtleness. You give people just enough. Just enough. These charms are either going to serve you as additional confirmation or as additional messages. Please take it how it resonates and applies to you. We have the word cool coming out, so you really are cool as fuck. Oh, my battery's dying. I'm sorry, baby. Oh my god, the peach? Stop. Stop. I told you that ass though. That ass though, literally. You're notorious for your ass. You're also notorious because you're literally a queen out here. Very high honor, very high status on your name. You are absolutely shining. You're killing it right now. So you're notorious for the simple fact that you're doing well. You're out here successful. You're shining. You're taking up space. And your light is super bright. You are notorious for your light. That is the source of your power. And whatever it is that you're doing for work, you're notorious for that. Also, you don't stop. You have a very good work ethic. And you are notorious for getting the job fucking done. And not stopping. Like, you're a busy bee. So you are notorious for being consistent, working, achieving, accomplishing your goals, that type of thing. And you're doing all of this while being super cool. We also have love coming out, okay? And the Lovers was the first card. So you are notorious as well for being a super loving person, a loving being. You just have this really awesome energy, this cool, loving energy. And also towards your viewers or your fans or your audience or your coworkers or whoever the fuck it is, you're just really loving. And when you're not around, you are deeply missed. It literally hurts when you're not around. So don't deprive people of your light. Keep shining, keep showing up, keep doing you, because you just being you is really what you are notorious for. You're a fucking icon, and when you're not around, it's depressing. It really is. It's boring, it's depressing. So come through, shine, baby, shine. I love you so much. Thank you, Sexy, for allowing me to read for you today. It was my absolute pleasure. If you're interested in the Sexy Palace or in a personal reading, the links are in the description box. Like this video, leave me red hearts if you watched all the way through, and keep being that iconic ass. Love you. Peace.